Hi, this is Yolanda from Corporate Communications. I'm here at Sony's annual open house dealer event. The Reader was a great hit at this show. We provided our dealers with a reader packed full of all of the content that they normally would receive in print, and now they've got a very convenient way to hold a lot of information. I'm standing here with Brennan Mullen, our Vice President in charge of our reader and audio business, and Brennan's going to give us a consumer perspective on the reader. So Brennan, how is the ebook business doing?
Ebook business itself continues to grow. The pace at which we're adding new books to our bookstore, we've added, we're up to it now. We're going to be at 100,000 titles this month. Currently at 100,000 titles of all your bestsellers, some of which you'll see right here. All these are available in digital format. We're actually showing here on the VAIO here the actual ebook store, Sony ebook store, where consumers can go and find their favorite titles. We've got two models that we're showing here. Yolanda covered the benefits that were shown at this show, where we loaded all of the spec sheets onto these devices, which was really a first and really a benefit for two reasons. One, it's convenient to have one location where you can find all of the information, whether it be a TV or a pair of headphones, all the spec sheets that we would normally put in large binders and hand out to our guests here at Open House were now provided on this device. So it's an easy reference. The second benefit is, of course, what Jay covered earlier in the press event, where from a green perspective, we're simply just not printing as much material as we normally would at a show. So those two benefits. From the consumer perspective, we offer two great solutions. Our PRS 505, which you see here in the red version, which has some text on there. This uses e-ink, which simulates real reading that you'd have in a traditional book. And then the PRS 700, which has the backlight actually built in on the black model here. So just two examples, and we're showing the solution here where search for content via the VAIO and then easily transfer in seconds to the device itself. So depending on the consumer's needs in terms of application and price sensitivity, we have great solutions in this category.
And Brennan, I did notice that we really are telling a green story about the reader. What more can you tell me, for example, about battery life? I mean, how long will a reader last?
So the battery life should never be an issue for someone reading. It's basically 7,500 page turns on a single battery charge, which, unless you're an absolute voracious reader and you're going to be going through 7,500 pages on one trip, you shouldn't have to be recharging. So it is very efficient. In fact, it's basically only using battery when changing pages. So very efficient. And that's part of the technology we're using with the e-ink, which you see here. It's not a backlit display. On this one, the illumination you see, that's not backlighting, that's actually the illumination for the light for reading in dark conditions. This product for reading in dark conditions has an accessory, a light which is actually added on. The PRS 700 has it built in. So very efficient battery use. So it's green in that sense too.
Okay, great. And also, I mean, when it comes to titles, what sorts of titles are people buying? What's most popular?
Just like what you'd expect at a physical bookstore, the bestsellers, the New York Times bestsellers, which you can find all of those on our e-bookstore, those are the most popular ones. So the long-tailed content, of course, there are folks that want obscure titles, and we have many of those as well. But the most popular continue to be what you might find at a regular bookstore, which speaks to the appeal of the product that actual everyday readers are finding this way of reading so appealing.
Now, Brennan, I'm a book lover. There's lots of book lovers out there. Can you tell me a little bit about what we're doing to personalize your reader?
Personalization with reader, we have colors. So this one here, for example, is red. We have the traditional, we have this in silver and blue as well. The covers themselves, we have personalization options there. So, well, we don't have an example here, but the covers as an add-on accessory to personalize it with a different color. We also do engraving. So if you were to gift this is a big gift item. Here's an example of the pink additional accessory cover. And engraving, so personalization. The ones that we handed out at the show, in fact, are engraved with Sony Open House. We can do that as well for gift giving, which for this category continues to be very strong each holiday. So lots of options on personalization, and of course, the content itself is basically a way for a consumer to choose exactly what content they want on the book.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Brendan. That was
welcome.
really informative. Thank you.
You're welcome.